Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 78 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on doing at least two things every day I don't want to do just because I know it'd be good for me. So, yay! Day 78. So, apparently, when I was uploading my weekly video, I noticed that day 78 did not load, but also apparently I decided to just delete all of the old videos that I had made from my phone to save up space, so I don't have the original day 78 that I made, and I can't remember what I made or what day I made it on because I haven't made videos in like 2 weeks, which is bad of me. Because I could totally be done with these videos if I had been doing them every day. Anyway, so now I get to redo day 78, which I don't really want to have to do because that makes it one more day longer before I get to finish my videos. Let's see, what else did I not want to do today? Lots of things I did not want to do today. I did not want to make videos, and I'm making videos. I didn't want to write in my journal this morning, but I haven't been writing in my journal at night, so I've been having to do it in the morning. What else did I not want to do today? I don't know. I didn't want to move all of my stuff. I didn't want to pack up all my stuff. Didn't want to pack up all my stuff. I didn't have to pack up all my stuff. I wanted to do other stuff, and I want to be at my house instead of at my parents' house. But I'm staying at my parents' house for the weekend, so I had to pack up my stuff. And I didn't have to pack up a whole lot of stuff, but I did because they said I could do my laundry here. And since my house, I only have a washer, and I have to hang everything up to dry, and my parents have a washer and dryer. And in my house, I have to share the washer with other people, and my parents' house, I won't have to because I can just do my wash whenever. So I'm excited about all of that, but I did not want to have to pack up all that stuff. And then they asked me to bring in some stuff from outside, and I'm overweight and out of shape. And they're like these big, huge, giant boxes, like 5 giant boxes stacked outside of the front. And I was like, they're trying to kill me. Seriously, my parents are trying to kill me. I have these big, huge, giant boxes I have to deal with. So, and then I have to find food because as much as I love my parents, they don't always have like dairy-free stuff that I can eat. So I have to find food that I can eat, or I have to go back to my house and get food. So I have to do the whole back and forth thing, which I do not want to have to do. So there's that. And then, of course, when I was praying to see myself the way that God sees me today, or to know what it is that God wants me to know today, basically what popped into my head is that I need to make my videos, and I was like, that's just not nice. It is, because God has inspired me to make these videos, and he helps me to know what to say when I make these videos, and I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't felt like this was what God wanted me to do. And he was just gently reminding me of that, nicely reminding me of that this morning. Kind of felt a little bit like chastisement, or maybe it was just that little extra nudge and push motivation that it's like, come on, Midge, this is what I told you to do. This is what you need to be doing. And they don't really have a reason not to do them. So, plus, I know that I've been just really depressed and discouraged the last couple of weeks for no reason. I just get in these little funky moods because I do suffer from depression, and so sometimes I just get depressed, and I have no reasons. I have no explanation. Everything in my life can be great. I can be journaling, doing all the other things in my life that I'm doing. And this thought in the back of my head is like, well, if I make my videos, I will feel better. I always feel better when I make my videos. I always feel better being creative. I always feel better when I do things, because that's one of those things about depression. When you get depressed and you don't do anything, it's just even more depressing, because then you start listing all the stuff that you're not doing, and then you just kind of spiral down into this negative place. And it's one of those things that's kind of like a catch-22. It's really hard because you literally have to do the opposite of what you're feeling. You literally have to get up and do something. You literally have to pick up the phone and call someone. You literally have to get up and walk around, go outside. You have to be around people. You have to clean up. You have to do something you don't want to do just to get up and move, just to do something, because it helps to shift something. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works. I just know it shifts something in my brain. It shifts something in my body because I got up, because I moved, because I accomplished something. So it gives me that little hint of endorphins, that little kick of dopamine, or whatever it is in your brain that says, hey, we're happy because we did something. So it doesn't make the depression go away. It doesn't make the tired go away, but it makes me feel more accomplished, and it kind of just, it stops that spiral of negativity is what it does. And it's like, okay, so now the spiral is stopped, and then it gives me a chance to come back the other direction, to move upwards and forwards, and to spin in a positive direction instead of spin in a negative direction. So it just stops the spiral is what it does, which is probably one of the reasons why God wants me to make these videos, is because he's trying to remind me that when I make these videos, I have to face myself. I have to face my emotions. Not only that, but then I get to see what I've accomplished for the day, and I get to see that I've done things, even if it was hard things, and I get to share about that with other people. And then it stops that spiral of negativity. It stops that depression, and it allows me to move in a positive direction instead of a negative direction, so that I can kind of counteract the negative thoughts in my head. It gives me that extra boost, that extra energy, that extra reminder that I did something good today, that I am going in a positive direction, that I am still doing things, that I still have value, that I still have worth, that I can still do this in spite of how I feel. And it also reminds me that my, what they teach you in my Al-Anon, my 12-step programs, is that feelings are not facts. So just because I feel that way about something doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't make it a fact. It just makes it a feeling. And just because I don't feel like doing anything doesn't mean I can't. I can still do things in spite of how I feel. My feelings do not have to control me. They do not have to control my life. And I can still move forward and get things done. And that can actually change my mood. And it can actually help me to feel better about myself and about my life, and to feel like I've actually accomplished something. So just in doing that little writing, and God reminding me that I need to do this. And part of that is that I have my patriarchal blessing. It's just a blessing I got that's kind of like a roadmap for my life of what God has in store for me. But there's a little section in there that just popped into my mind, that I was going to have trials, that I'm going to have hard times in my life, but I would be able to overcome them, and I would be able to share them and help other people. I think it says I will be able to overcome them and help other people. Don't remember the exact words. Don't have it with me in front of me, but that's what popped into my head. And that by making these videos, I am overcoming my trials. I am overcoming my struggles. I am finding ways to deal with my depression and my ADHD and all of those other things, and hopefully reaching a small handful of people and actually helping them, and uplifting them in the process of working through my own things. So I hope that in some small way these videos are helpful to any of you that are choosing to watch them. And I do apologize that I am not the most consistent at doing them, and that sometimes I do let my depression and my emotions and things that are not facts get the better of me, and I spiral in a negative direction instead of a positive one. So today if nothing else, I am trying to stop the negative spiral, and hopefully we'll be able to start spinning in a positive direction again. So that is my hope. That is my goal. And that is what I would want to do, which is why I'm doing the things I don't want to do to get me out of that negative spiral that I feel like I'm in. And for no other reason than just, chemical deficiencies in my brain. I have depression, and I have ADHD, and I have PTSD, and I have a whole bunch of stupid letters that I can attach to my life and make excuses for. And mostly I just feel like because I just don't have the best habits in my life, and I have really bad default settings. And if I don't consistently work to change those default settings, they just take over. And then my life is depressing. Then I just feel depressed about my life, even though my life isn't depressing. Let me phrase that correctly, because I feel like my life is depressing, but it isn't. My life is great, and it's wonderful, and I have good friends, and I have great family, and I have wonderful children, and I have a good job, and I'm in a good place in my life, and I'm working on myself. I'm working to do better. My health is improving. I'm getting my book published this year. I'm doing a lot of positive things. So I don't really have a reason to say that my life is depressing. It's just my life is not what I thought it was going to be, but that doesn't mean it's depressing. So it's just changing those thoughts in my head. It's just rewording things to realize that it's like, yes, I deal with depression. I deal with negative thoughts. I deal with, bad default settings that are just distorted. I have lots of distorted thinking and messed up thinking that, thoughts and feelings that just aren't facts, that just get in the way of what I want in my life. And sometimes I listen too much to them and not enough to what God is prompting me to do, inspiring me to do, and trying to help me to do with my life. So that is where I'm at today. So today I am doing things I don't want to do again in order to, like I said, stop the negative spirals, in order to fight against the default settings that I have, and in order to move forward in a positive direction and hopefully to be an example or help others that are struggling with the same or similar things that I struggle with. So anyway, that's what I have for today. And if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude, and maybe do one or two things today that you don't want to do, but would be good for you.